This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Tuesday morning. I hope everybody had a safe and prosperous New Year's Eve, and hopefully 2017 will be good for all of us. Well, it'll only be good if these ass-white politicians resign, but that's okay. Hey, I want to start off by congratulating a nice lady, Mickey Scoville. She worked for the St. Clair County State's Attorney's Office for, I believe, 30-some-odd years. She retired as the executive secretary for Brendan Kelly, the state's attorney, last week or the week before. And we just hope she has a great retirement. Her and her husband, Jack Scoville, good people. Been there a long time. And every time there was problems, Mickey Scoville would be a very professional. And that's what we need in our public service community. We need people that are going to be respectful, people that know that we're their bosses. And Mickey Scoville never forgot. She worked hard every day. She was nice to me, and I know that was hard to do sometime, but I want to congratulate Mickey Scoville on a great run as the executive secretary for Brendan Kelly and a few other state's attorneys. I believe she worked under Bob Hayda and John Barasiewicz. So we want to salute her and thank her for all of her years of service to St. Clair County, and hopefully her and Jack will have a great life. Also, got a email here. I am very disappointed in the change of your radio station. We listen to your station every day. We love the oldies. Then to turn to talk radio. Is there any chance you'll go back to the oldies again? I believe she means the country classics, the oldie. We still do the golden oldies on 1430. In big letters, I do not listen to your talk radio and will not listen to your station unless you bring the oldies back on. Sincerely, Jane Dressler. Well, Jane, I know you're still listening, you ignorant bitch. And what do you mean? What's wrong with some of you people? She will not listen to the station unless I won't let you listen to the station unless you have sex with me, you ignorant bitch. What the hell? What's wrong with people? They think people are going to change their lives because somebody's pissed off. Going to change their lives, so she's not going to listen to the station anymore. Well, don't listen to the station, you ignorant, stupid bitch. And Jane Dressler, please call me and defend yourself at any point in time. It pisses me off in this great country where people think that you got to think like them and you got to be like them and you got to dress like them and you got to act like them. What an ignorant bitch is Jane Dressler. And just caught me in a pissed mood today. But in big letters, I do not listen to your talk radio. Well, Jane, don't listen. You stupid. Got another one here somewhere. Crap just pisses me off. Here's another one. I cannot begin to tell you how disappointed I am with your station. Your station was the one, in capital letters, that I could count on to hear my classic old country. Imagine her surprise when I turned it on and discovered it had become a talk radio channel. WTF, you know what that means. Well, are you going into the new year with your head firmly entrenched? And I, for one, will not tune in again. Lena Badrick. Lena, like I told the other the other lady, don't listen. Why do people think that we're going to turn something around or this world's going to be turned around because of them? You know, you have to work hard for what you get. And if you want to start a movement, start a movement. If you think a movement of one, if somebody's going to listen to you, Lena. But I like the way they always kind of demand. If you don't do it, we're not going to listen anymore. Well, please don't listen. But I do want to thank all the great listeners. And listen, I want to reflect a little bit on last year. And I don't know if I really had time to thank all the voters. Now, I got over 30,000 votes. People, Madigan, they spent $1 million on hit pieces, political hit pieces on me about what a no-good son of a bitch I am. And hell, I told him to save all that money and give it to the poor, and I'd say how no good a son of a bitch I was on the radio. But they kept recycling the same pictures because they were worried. But I thought about it. Over 30,000 people voted. People who were decent enough, and I mean this sincerely, decent enough to give me, a poor white trash criminal, a second chance. Over 30,000 people. Think about it. Now, my opponent, I think, got 35. She beat me by about 5,000 votes. But that's because the black boys and the black ladies down in East St. Louis, and I'm still pissed about that, and I'm going to remain pissed. And I can do that because this is America. And if I don't give a damn if it was Russia, I'm going to be pissed. But over 30,000 people, after hearing all the bad about, you know, I know I'm a no-good son of a bitch, but they're killing people every day. They're robbing, they're raping. I got to be pretty far down on the no-good son of a bitch level at this point, I think. Of course, my political enemies will think otherwise. But over 30,000 votes. I sat at my house last night and I thought, how humbling is that? 30,000 people. I don't know if they thought enough of me or just thought, hey, this ignorant son of a bitch deserves a second chance like everybody else. But 30,000 people voted to attempt to give me the opportunity to serve them in Springfield. And Madigan, you ass white bastard, be thankful you spent all that money to beat me, because I'd have went up there and I'd have put my political foot up your political old ass, you greasy son of a bitch. And I got another foot I probably would have put up Rauner's ass, because he's another ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. But anyway, everybody in Mascoutah, Millstadt, Shiloh, O'Fallon, all the areas that were nice enough to give a poor white trash criminal like Bob Romanik a second chance. I want to tell you, I sincerely appreciate that. That's awful nice of you. And why I say that, if I can find it, and I probably can't, this no good son of a bitch is up there in Madison County. No good rotten bastards. Peshard's daughter was appointed to a position by Kurt Prenzler. I think he'll make a great county board chairman in Madison County. And I'll find it in a little bit. But they're all pissed. They're all pissed at her because she got in a little bit of trouble back in the day. Hey, I want to tell all you people, and I'm not trying to preach to anybody. None of us are perfect. Just be thankful that what you did in the past, you didn't get caught. Because I don't believe there's anyone that couldn't be convicted of some crime, from tax evasion to lying under oath. So anyway, let's don't go there because I can't find the damn information. But where I really want to go right now is man 28 fatally shot at apartment. This happened over the holiday weekend. The major case squad called to investigate a shooting in Belleville. And guess who they're linking the association with? To our good friend, newly elected St. Clair County Circuit Judge Ron Dupert, Ron the Dildo Dupert, said Friday that David E. Fields, a 20-year-old parolee, had been residing with Dupert. What do you mean by residing? Did you share the same bed, Dupert? I just want to know. And let me ask you, Dupert, you idiot. I just want to ask, did you ever in your life sell or trade your legal services for sexual favors from young black men? I'm asking that question, Dupert. I know you won't call me, you ass white bastard. I kind of think, in my opinion, I would believe that, Dupert. But I'm asking, I don't know. Have you ever in your life traded legal services for sexual favors from young black men? And I also want to know the conservative Republican arm of St. Clair County, the Bar Vivianos. What a skanky, skinky bitch, smelly bitch she is. Mary Turdman, Doug Jamieson, of course, and even Congressman Bost. You guys are all conservative Republicans, and you all supported pictures in the paper, pictures on websites, pictures on Facebook, with you and Ron the Dildo Dupert. Now, I want to ask Dupert, there was a killing, and I don't know if they've charged your good friend, in quotes, David E. Fields, a 20-year-old black man, a parolee. I don't know if they've charged him with that murder or not. But I would ask Mr. Dupert, if there was a gun involved, could that been one of your guns that was owned by you, that was in your house, that maybe your house guest used or borrowed? And maybe, I don't know, maybe, just maybe, you loaned that gun to him, Dupert. I think if I were you, Judge Dupert, and I use that term very, very loosely, I think I'd have me an attorney, because I don't think this is over. I don't think this is over by any means. But Congressman Bost, you're a big supporter of Ron Dupert's. So was the Republican arm of St. Clair County. Is this conservatism? Is this what you want? Is a Republican conservative? A judge who, in my opinion, I believe probably trolls for young black men. You notice he's got that $150,000 Porsche, and his MO is always the same. He pulls up to young black guys and starts talking about the cars. And I know he's got a lot of black help in the summertime, young black boys with their shirts off, working in his backyard. Dupert, I don't know if that turns you on or not, does nothing for me, does nothing for a decent person, but it probably will do for you. But here, people, there's a judge in the 20th Judicial Circuit that's been involved in all kind of controversy, but was supported by Michael Bost, the Republican congressman in the 12th Congressional District, supported by Barb Viviano, supported by Mary Thurman, supported by Doug Jamieson, all kind of pictures. What do you guys think of Ron the Dildo Dupert now? What do you guys think now of the judge, the newly elected judge? I think it's going to get worse. And I want to know, Dupert. I'd just like to know. I'd just like to know for my own benefit. Was there a gun involved? And was that gun possibly yours? I was told, hasn't been verified, that they were trying to get a search warrant for Dupert's house in Potter Mill to see if there were any more guns. I don't know if they ever executed that search warrant. I know the newspapers and the TV stations were hiding out around his residence, and they say he must not have paid his electric bill because it was dark as hell. It was dark as the darkest black man in East St. Louis. He said he was just trying to be a Christian. Dupert was. Dupert said that he was being Christian and trying to help Fields to get his life together. Dupert said he did not have a romantic relationship with Fields. I beg to differ with you, Dupert. I'll give you $20,000, and I'll donate $20,000 to your favorite charity, not the Gay Boys of America, though. If you'll take a polygraph and say you've never had sex with this young black man. I know, and I've said it before, like my uncle. You kind of remind me of my uncle, not in your sexual preference, but he liked dark meat at Thanksgiving off the turkey, and I think you like dark meat off the young black guys. But hey, that's just my opinion, of course. But for Dupert to invoke that he was being a Christian, what an ass-wipe, ignorant, stupid bastard. It just pisses me off. But I think this story, people, you better follow it. I think the story's going to get hot and heavy. because Dupert could be in some major trouble. I think they've already filed complaints with the Judicial Inquiry Board about him. And I don't think it's going to be very, very nice for Mr. Dupert. Hey, lines are always open. You can call toll free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. We are America's voice of freedom. Definitely the patriot. You can call, you can bitch, you can moan, you can groan. I had a white guy yesterday say, Bob, I appreciate you because you're the voice of the white people. I don't know if I'm the voice of the white people. I'm the voice of the people, of the American people. People come up to me and tell me some crazy crap. And I'm going to start conveying some of that crazy crap because, see, at this point, I don't give a damn. I read here, the lawmakers want porn to be declared a public hazard. Well, Dupert, that'll put you out. I didn't say anything about gay porn, so never mind. A Virginia lawmaker want to declare pornography a public health hazard. Now, these son of a bitchin' politicians, they want to get in every bit of everybody's life. I don't much care for pornography. I don't like to watch it on film. I'd rather participate. I mean, if I'm going to be involved, I want to watch sex, I want to be involved in it. I don't sit there and watch it, but there are people out there that do want to watch it. And there must be one horny son of a bitch because nobody listens to, watches porn. Nobody buys all this pornography stuff. But it's a $2-3 billion a year industry. So apparently there's one rich, horny son of a bitch that's buying all the books, all the sex toys, going to all the strip clubs. Somebody wants to always regulate your morals. You know, it just kind of pisses me off. But that's okay. That's okay. We're recapping some of last year. What an asswipe, no good for nothing, rotten son of a bitch. This bastard, Mark Maximus Vaginus Eckert, sends out a propaganda sheet paid for by the people of Belleville. It's what's going on in Belleville, celebrating over 200 years of history, tradition, and progress. And whose picture's at the front? Mark Maximus Vaginus Eckert. And you people let him get away with that. But what I don't see in here, I see little things about what was going on, about the annual mayor's prayer breakfast at Fisher's, about the website, about the temporary meetings, about snow removal. Oh, yeah, and the Easter egg extravaganza. We got to know about that. Trivia nights, waste pickup. But there's nothing, people. Nothing at all in here about the Hoff Brew House. Isn't that something? And you guys got it in Belleville. And think about it. And it should piss you off. You paid for this propaganda. They don't have proper police protection on the street because of the lack of leadership by Mark Maximus Vaginus Eckert, also known as the Big Pussy. Everybody in Belleville got one of these. Belleville resident. They sent it to the radio station. You people are paying for this. Nothing about the Hoff Brew House, and nothing about, remember the big development that was going to be put down on Frank Scott Parkway, south of the Belleville High School, Township High School. $1 million homes for the rich, for the doctors, the lawyers that are all going to come to Belleville. Nothing about that in this year-end newsletter that you people, the taxpayers of Belleville, paid for. Nothing. I say nothing. I could not find one damn thing about the Hoff Brew House. That's totally disrespectful to you good people in Belleville, and you know it. Think about it. He's going to try to okey-fadoke you. He don't want to bring up any bad things before the election. And people, I hope you're smart enough. Dallas Cook is a young man who'll fight for the people of Belleville. He's not going to be an ass-white politician. He's going to be a public servant. He's going to fight for you good people. He's not going to get in bed with, well, I don't know, literally, of course, get in bed with Kern, the big faggot, and Bob Sprague. I'd rather piss in my pants than piss in a urinal. Dallas Cook's going to fight for you good people. And you've got Mark Eckert, two-time mayor, who's done nothing for the people of Belleville. I'm driving down 7800 block of West Main, 7 houses for sale in a row. 7 houses for sale in a row, people. Why do you think that is? You know what's going on in Belleville. The blacks are moving in. Oh, white guy said that? Hell yes, a white guy said that. 25 years ago, you didn't see those houses up for sale. Hell, you couldn't get a house in Belleville. It was a nice place to live. And I'm not blaming the blacks that come up the hill for the demise of Belleville. I'm blaming the white leadership for not controlling the problem, and not the black problem, not the white problem, but the crime problem. But think about it, people, when you get this propaganda sheet that you paid for, Eckert's hiding that from you. He's not going to tell you anything bad. He thinks you people are stupid. Nothing about the Hoff Brew House. Now on their website, it's going to be coming up in January. Well, it's January, and I'll be damned. I'll give someone $1 million if they're cooking steak and having that restaurant open anytime in January. Probably February, March, April, May, or June. I don't know. But do you see how you people get lied to time and time again? And they act like it's no big deal. But it is a big deal. It is a big deal. You know, the Hyatt Place Hotel. You've heard no more about that. It says restaurant might top Hyatt Place Hotel. But nobody knows. Nobody knows anything. The Hyatt Place Hotel planned to be built next to the Hoff Brew House restaurant. They're giving you all that crap, people. These politicians and these aldermen in Belleville, what ignorant son of a bitches most of them, not all of them, but most of them are. I want to salute Mike Bittner. He's fighting the fight. He's fighting this Lindenwood crap. Lindenwood said, somebody said he brought $1 billion. They take from the city of Belleville. They'll give you a scholarship, but you have to live in their house, pay rent. You have to buy their food. These young kids don't have much money. Where the hell is the influx of money coming from Lindenwood College into Belleville, Illinois? I don't know, but Eckert will defend it. He's been offered a job there when he's no longer the mayor. He defends it. We got the ex-judge, I don't even know what the hell her name is, Inyart. Her husband was a one-time congressman. What an idiot he was, or is. You people better wise up. You better understand what's going on. And you can be pissed at Bob Romanik. I'm just the messenger. But I hope I get you all off your asses. Because if not, it ain't going to be pretty, people. It's not going to be pretty. You have to understand. You have to understand. You got to take an interest in your lives, in your family's lives, in your community. Because if you don't, there'll be major problems. We got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, you were talking about that letter from Belleville. If you'll look in there, it shows new businesses. You'll see the St. Clair County Democratic Committee, but what you won't see is the Freedom Coalition, who just opened a business in Belleville.
You know what, sir? Thank you that's self-serving on our end, but thank you very much. They didn't, sir. They didn't recognize this radio station. The city, the Chamber of Commerce, the Optimist Club, nobody recognized this radio station because from day one, they knew I wasn't going to kiss their ass. But isn't that amazing, sir? Or do you live in Belleville?
I do. I do live in Belleville.
Are you pissed that you have to pay for this propaganda that Eckert sent out?
That and the Hofbrau House and several other wastes of tax dollar that Maximus Vaginas has poured into waste. That's our hard-earned dollar that he doesn't care about. We owe it to him as far as he thinks.
Yeah, you're right. I see all these new businesses, but you're also right, sir. I see nothing. It seems to me the 2016, the Hoff Brew House should have been number one, should have been on the front page of this propaganda sheet, but I guess because it's a debacle, it's a failure, they're not going to talk about it, and they think you good people in Belleville are stupid enough not to realize what's going on.
If they would put all the business that have closed or have failed because of his lack of leadership, it would take a book instead of that little pamphlet. So it's ridiculous that our tax dollars being wasted like it's his personal piggy bank.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, sir. And I do see this. St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee, 25 East Main Street. What kind of new business is that? That's Sprague's office. No, I'm sorry. That was their campaign headquarters. That's where, you ass white bastard mayor, you no good piece of political crap, you no good son of a bitch. Give me a call. Isn't it amazing? This guy's the mayor of Belleville. The mayor of Belleville, and he's not going to call a radio station in Belleville. He'll go over to KMOX because they'll kiss his little greasy ass. I'm not going to kiss his ass or anybody's ass. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little racist crap, I guess, because I want to ask you, why does everybody want to push the black agenda and want to hold down the white agenda? A gentleman, a friend of mine, brought me over a St. Louis American newspaper. It's all black. Every article's about black. Every advertisement's black. Try that in the white community. See, the black community, they embrace their blackness. But in the white community, apparently we're ashamed of being white because nobody will take up for the white people. Nobody other than Bob Romanik. And I'm not a racist. I'm a realist, and I'm just tired of what's been going on, what continues to go on, and it may always go on. I don't like it, and I'll denounce it. I don't believe in racism. I believe everyone should be treated equal. And before we take a break, people, you got to go to the Fans of the Grim Reaper Facebook. It is funny as hell. They've got the year-end cartoons with Mark the Big Faggot Kern. And the song is Macho Man. It is funny as hell. Fans of the Grim Reaper. And I think it's on the Freedom Coalition Facebook page, or I'll have to check with our people. But it is, I guarantee you, if you want to laugh, you'll see some of the most embarrassing cartoons of Mark the Big Faggot Kern. And it's very, very, and Kern, I know you guys listen all the time. I know you've probably seen it. I know you're not real happy with it. But see, that's what we do here at KQQZ and KZQZ. We expose you ass white bastards like nobody else will. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Your guardian of the First Amendment. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. I was told that our ESA, emergency broadcasting, went over my show. Maybe Obama's done that to try to quiet me, but people, I'm not a racist. I'm a realist. I'm just tired. You know, the blacks are screwing Belleville, not the proud blacks, but the bum blacks. And anybody says any different, they're lying, they're delusional. Everybody white people are selling their houses to get out of Belleville. And this Maximus Vagina says how safe it is, how good it is. Are you crazy? This town has terminal cancer, you idiots. Let's get this bastard out of office. Let's get him out come April. I'll see everyone tomorrow, same time, same place. So let's continue to unite, to expose these asswipes, and eventually to destroy these political, parasitical, perverted punks that we call politicians. Destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.